going on, guys? You're watching Mr. Mike's Gun Rack. Today we're talking about the Glock 42, the 380 Glock that nobody asked for, and Glock seems to think that everybody was asking for one. Well, maybe they were, but they're about 10 years too late. With the additions of the Ruger LCP and other small micro 380s on the market today, Glock kind of made a bold move, I think, by introducing this gun. Now, either it really did just take them that long to figure out that they need to make this gun, or they're really ignorant and didn't realize people were asking for a single stack 9. A lot of people say that this gun should have been a single stack 9. I don't think it would have been this small if it was. The only gun that I know that's about this size in 9mm was the Diamondback DB9. And if you don't know anything about those guns, they blow up in your face. So, anyways, I think that's probably best just to leave this in 380. Anyways, why do I have it? Well, we'll get to that in a minute. First, let's talk about what I like about the gun. Its size is obviously what I like about it. I carry this primarily as a backup gun, or a going to the store gun. Don't need to bring my big gun, if that's a thing. I can put it in my front pocket. Got a didnt Nemesis pocket holster. Slips in there perfectly. It's got usable sights, usable controls. It's got a great trigger on it. One of the things I noticed when I first shot this was, man, this is kind of boring to shoot. You know, I was expecting some sort of drama or something, and it was just like shooting any other Glock, and that's a good thing, because it's just like shooting Glock. When you shoot this thing, you feel like you're shooting Glock. You've got a good grip on it, good usable sights. I don't know if you could see that, but I switched out with a front night sight. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Anyways, what you have here is a full-size fighting pistol shrunk down to hold 6 rounds of 380. I got a pinky extension on this mag here. You know, I think that I never have liked these. They kind of take away from the concealability of a gun, but this gun is so small that, you know, if you're going to carry this inside the waistband, maybe in a holster kind of like this, that pinky extension ain't going to make a difference. The gun's so small that that's just not going to make a difference. It's so thin. Who's it for? Well, I think Glock markets this to ladies primarily, new shooters, smaller frame shooters, people who maybe feel like they can't handle the recoil of a 9mm. You know, you always hear that you should get your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, or your grandmother, a 380 or a 38 special, you know, girl gun essentially. I've never liked that idea. But if you're going to, you might as well give them the best 380. And the reason why I think this is the best 380 compared to all the other 380s on the market, yes, it is a little bit bigger, but this actually recoils soft. I mean, it is softer than any of my 9mm. 380s traditionally, I mean, if you saw, I'll roll in some footage of me comparing it to a Keltec P3AT. That Keltec is hard to shoot, and that's me, you know, a 250-pound guy controlling the recoil of a little tiny 380, and it's still jumping around my hands. I think what's better about this than most of the 380s on the market is most of the 380s that are primarily bought for women or for your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, they're so terrible to shoot. They have terrible triggers, terrible sights. They're small, you know, quite a bit smaller than this actually, but their recoil is ridiculous. They're awfully snappy. You know, and when you're talking about a new shooter, I don't think that's a good thing. I don't think you should give them something that's incredibly hard to shoot, expect them to like shooting after that. I think this is a much better option, and I think that's primarily why Glock did this instead of a single stack 9. Because right now, you know, the market's kind of flooded with single stack 9s. It seems like everybody's making them except for Glock. But they made a 380 bigger than most 380s right now, and that makes a more shootable gun. That's the trade-off for concealability. Do I think it's worth it? Absolutely, because if you can drop this into a pocket and you can conceal it in your waistband very, very easily. I mean, how much smaller does the gun need to be? At a certain point, that a size getting smaller, you're not getting anything for return. You make the gun smaller, and yes, it makes it easier to conceal, but at a certain point, it doesn't need to be easier to conceal. Anyways, that's my little rant on that. I've been carrying it, like I said, in this pocket holster here, this didnt's. I also have an ankle holster. It's not made for it, but I've been carrying it in that. I have this holster here. It's a Galco keltec. Yeah, I think this holster is great for a full-size gun. I think for this gun it's a little bit overkill. But if you do carry at the 4 or 5 o'clock position, you might like something like this. As far as ammo goes, I've been carrying in it the Fiocchi Extrema. Big controversy on what ammo you should carry in these guns. People say you should just carry ball ammo. People say you should just carry, you should always carry hollow points. I've heard the ball ammo argument. The argument is that the bullet doesn't have enough power to penetrate in a hollow point and make it to a vital organ. And then problem with that is, though, you're poking tiny holes in them with a 380, and it possibly could overpenetrate. And overpenetration is, even in this tiny little caliber, is a concern to me. That's part of the reason why I carry hollow points, is I have a better guarantee that that bullet's going to stop and the bad guy not go through and go who knows where after that. If you look at some ammo tests out there, there's ammo out there now that performs great as a hollow point. The Fiocchi is one of them. Basically, from the research I've done, just watching videos online, anything with an XTP bullet in it does well, but these Extremas are fairly cheap. Fiocchi's not a big name brand. Matter of fact, I always thought they were kind of cheap. That's why I was kind of surprised to find out that they're penetrating 12+ inches and opening up consistently. So that's a good thing. Just for a quick reference here, I know we've all pretty much seen this, but let's go ahead and compare the Glock 42 to the Glock 26. This is my wife's Glock 26. You look at that from the top, you can already see that the 26 is quite a bit wider. You look at it from the back, and then it really begins to show off its weight. The 42 is very, very slim. Dimensionally, from the grip to the top of the slide, they're about the same. They're pretty much identical. Barrel length on the 26, well, the barrels are actually about the same length. The overall length of the gun is a little bit longer on the 26. So compared to the Glock 19, now this is really why I got it, because I carry a Glock 19, so carrying a 19 and then having a 26 really doesn't make any difference to me. I mean, the 26 and the 19 are so close. This thing is tiny compared to a 19, and the 19 is what I carry every day. Big difference there. So that's my video on the Glock 42. Hope you liked it. Be sure to like it right now. Yeah, right now. Click the like button. Share it. Subscribe to me if you haven't already. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks. Bye-bye.